What's up, ranchers? Back in the video. Today we're doing something a little different. We're doing a review video on the Vevor 12-inch benchtop drill press. This video I'm going to be going over all its features it comes with, how it works, why I think it's a great tool to have, and how it's been working for me as I've had it for the past 3 months. I'm going to be going over the tools it comes with and some of the tools I'd recommend with using. So yeah, let's dive into it. Before we get into the features here, let's go over the tools they give us. So starting off here, we got this little wrench. This adjusts the deck on the drill press, adjusts the tilt. Next, they give us these two Allen keys. These Allen keys are for the laser and the light. This is for adjusting them, making them so they have a perfect center. And lastly, they give us, second to last, they give us this little chuck right here. This is how you pop your drill head press out. I'll demonstrate that here in a minute. Now, lastly, they give us this chuck here. This is how you open your chuck, put the new drill bit in. All right, guys, now you got to see the tools. Let's go over the features. Starting off here, you got your RPM gauge and your power switch. The power switch here is unique. It's got kicks on like normal, but if you pull this little yellow tab out, it won't run anymore. That's great for just being safe, or you have kids around and you don't want someone accidentally kicking it on. You can keep this with you and just put it in your pocket or put it somewhere safe. Next, you got your laser and your light. The laser is going to show your center point of your drill where it's going to go down. Out of the box, you do usually have to adjust this, but that only takes a minute. Next, you got your light. That's great for showing, just on this little switch right here. It's great for showing the little marks you need to drill out. Put those off. Next, you got all your adjustments on this deck itself. You got the pull out, which is great for bigger pieces of metal. You just need to balance something, or it's a little too long. Next, you got the rotation. Obviously, I showed you that little wrench. That's for the tilt. And then you got up and down. And of course, right here, you got what makes the drill go up and down as well. And what's nifty about this, you can see this RPM right here, but what makes this drill press unique is that it doesn't need to swap out the belts to change it. All you do here is lower this level, and you see the RPM drop, and just like that, you're down to a lower RPM or a higher RPM without having to open this head up. Lastly, right here, you got this little height gauge, so when you go down, you can adjust it so it only goes down a certain piece. This would be great for getting the same drilled out piece of metal every time. No guessing involved. All right, I decided to open up the head here so you guys can kind of see what's going on. I'll give you a little demonstration first. So now we're going to start at low RPMs and then bring it up. Now we're at low RPMs. We're just going to crank it up. As you see, the clutch right here will open up, tighten into here, and adjusting the RPMs, making it go faster. And just like that, you have a variable belt speed without having to pull everything off. All right, guys, I want to give you a little example on how some of these tools work. Right here, you got the key for the chuck. This is what opens and closes the chuck. How I would use it usually is I would grab my drill bit, I would open it up with my hand, and then once I got the drill bit in there, I'll hand tighten it. Obviously, don't use it like this. Then I'll take my little key chuck right here, put it in the hole, get it nice and snug. This will stay in there, and then obviously rinse and repeat for taking it out. All right, moving on, we're going to show you how to remove the chuck. You're going to use this little tool right here to do it. All the first thing you do is you're going to pull your little chuck down, and there's this little slot on the side of here. All you're going to do is point this facing down and slide it in. Hold the chuck itself down with your hand. It doesn't take that much. You grab a little hammer. It's not going to take a lot of power. Give it a little tap, just like that. Pops out. Then if you need to replace it or put a new one in, it's that simple. All you need to do for putting a new one in, slide it in. There you go. And it holds itself in by friction. That's all it is. This won't come out. And you really start drilling again. All right, guys, before we end this video, I want to go over some of the tools I'd recommend for the job. I'm starting off with necessity here is a cutting lube. This is WD-40. I know they make some better ones out here, but for the job at hand, it's been working just great. Afterwards, you got your center punch right here. This is great for making marks in the metal, cutting out the hole. And then this won't go away if you need to leave the piece of metal. This will stay here unless you grind it out. Afterwards, I would recommend a metal pencil. This is great for making marks in the metal, but if it's something wrong, you can just wipe it off. Afterwards, I would recommend not cheaping out on a drill bit set. I would recommend getting some a little bit more expensive. These DeWalt black gold drill bits have been doing me great. They've lasted through all the metal cuts, but they will not last if you have hardened or heated metal. That's where I'd recommend like a drill bit set like Bad Dog Tools. They will cut through fucking anything. Next here we got a pair of C-clamps. This is great for a bigger piece of metal. I'm sure you can understand why you want that. And then obviously you can see this nice tool right here. This is my 3-point access vise. I'll lay this on top of my drill press deck. This is great for lining up pieces of metal and getting a super accurate cut. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video and sticking along. Hit that like button if you want to see more. And my next review video will be going over my Eastwood Versacut 4x4 plasma container. So yeah, see you guys in the next video.